Okay, so I'm here to explain what happens when Jupiter goes into the 11th house in our birth chart. And let me start by explaining what the 11th house is. The 11th house represents elder siblings, large social network circles, and groups and organizations. And it's also can represent like wealth, our ability to like gain wealth from large groups and crowds of people, I guess. Since it comes after the 10th house, which represents our career and profession. The 11th house can just also represent just, like your network circle, your colleagues, your associates, almost like being in college. And then the 11th house is the people who are around you, your friends, the people that you can network with and gain knowledge and maybe gain money or whatever. It just represents those type of network circles and groups. Yeah, it's elder siblings. I was about to say this can also represent social media. But from the tropical Western astrology perspective, they make Uranus the primary ruler of the 11th house. And Uranus is considered to be, innovative and futuristic and technological, which is why they sometimes consider 11th house social media. But that's mainly from a Vedic sidereal astrologer point of view, from my point of view. That's mainly the 3rd house that represents media. The 11th house is originally ruled by Aquarius and ruled by the planet Saturn. And let's start off by explaining what Jupiter is. Jupiter can represent a husband. It can represent children. It can represent divine knowledge, wisdom. Good, well-placed Jupiter in your birth chart can make you very good at astrology. Very good at going about the right way of learning and teaching spirituality and doing tarot and Reiki healing and stuff. That's just about it for what Jupiter is. Jupiter can represent a husband if I didn't say that already. But I don't really primarily use Jupiter to see husband because there's a plethora of other main strong factors in the chart that you can use to see a husband in a woman's birth chart. But anyway, what happens when these two come together? Jupiter in the 11th. What happens is that, short and simple, one person can either have a lot of siblings, a lot of elder siblings, because Jupiter is about blessings and expansion. So you'll be blessed with an abundance of siblings or older siblings. You'll be blessed with a good network circle. Just a good crowd, a group of people around you, a good crowd and group of friends around you. These people can just be very very wise, very intellectual, very philosophical and guru-like maybe. Or you could just be around wealthy people who are not maybe wealthy in knowledge, but they maybe have some literal wealth on them. But I mainly lean towards, they could just usually be surrounded by a large group of people who are just very intelligent and wise. What else can I say about Jupiter in the 11th house? There really isn't too much to say with Jupiter in the 11th house, aside from the things that I just said, You probably would be great at leading and creating groups based upon like your belief systems, based upon your faith or whatnot. Like let's say you wanted to, I don't know, lead a rally or lead a cause, maybe for, I don't know, boycotting against some laws or something. You might be good at rallying people together. There we go. Like a pastor, like a preacher, like a motivational speaker. You could probably gather large groups of people together based upon your, like I said, mainly your belief system. Like you could be like someone who's good in like a union on a job or a union on a construction site, or like a leader of a religious group, or some political leader, or someone who wants to reform stuff. You would be these people can be great at just leading a cause based upon their belief system. So like a civil rights leader or something potentially. What else? That's just about it. I'm making sure I ain't missing nothing. I'm gonna do a quick little recap. So like I said, you can have elder siblings, an abundance of elder siblings, large groups of friends and network circles of people who could either be have some financial abundance or just intelligent and wise. And you could probably gain wealth from people based upon your political or your political motives or just your belief system. You know, you can rouse the crowd through your beliefs. And that's all I have to say. This is short and simple. Hope this video gave some clarity and insight on what happens with Jupiter in the 11th house, and thanks for watching.